Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy Coach One Stack at it again, man. You know, man, I like dropping y'all these videos, man, about life in general, man, especially like a lot of you youngsters out there. You know, so, you know, I'm what you call an OG. You know, I've been through a whole lot. So, hey, man, I like to drop these experiences that I had. And hopefully, you know, a lot of you youngsters or old heads or women can use something that I might have been through so you ain't got to go through it. Can you dig it? But today's topic, man, we're going to talk about that jealousy and envy. You know, you have to really, guys, you have to really watch who you have in your circle. You know, you have to really watch who is sitting next to you in the car. Now, first of all, here's a disclaimer. Friends, family, nobody's exempt from this. Not even your woman. You did? Because see, you have to understand, man. See, that person sitting next to you that's riding with you every day, they're watching everything you do. You know, if you out there getting money, they watching you get money. They should be getting their own money. If you out here talking to women, they watching you talk to women. They can't get a woman. You know, if you're an impeccable dresser, you know, you got your fly shoes and your fly clothes on, they watching everything you do, especially the men. Like this is, you know, one for most of the men, because a lot of men get real envious, you know, for whatever reason, which, you know, this is why I don't hang out with a lot of men. You know, but you know, these men, you know, you have a lot of men in your circumference and they seem to be friends at first, but what you don't know is, you know, they've been jealous of you your whole life. Now, why have they been jealous of you, Coach One Stack? Let's see. You know, you might have been a fly athlete. You might have had nice cars your whole life. You might have been that dude that could just get every woman in school. Well, they're not like that. They envy that, you know. In my case, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about what happened to me. I'm going to tell y'all Coach One Stack's first taste of the jealousy and envy. So we're going to go back to about 2014. You know, I'm shining and grinding, you know, 750 Li Beamer, 22s, big fat wheel in the back. You know, I'm doing my thing, man. Me, I'm a tennis shoe freak. I love tennis shoes. Love tennis shoes. And I had this particular friend of mine who was a childhood friend. I could say he's the first friend that I ever made. And during this time, man, I was engaged. I was getting ready to be married soon. But what I noticed, see, my friend, man, he went to the penitentiary. He went to the penitentiary. And while he's in the penitentiary, you know, I did some things for him like I'm supposed to, you know. So we hadn't touched bases. But when he got out the pen, we reconnected. Now I'm thinking, hey, man, this is my dog. You know, this is somebody I took care of. This is somebody I grew up with. And I noticed every time I would pull up, he was always like, oh, where'd you get these shoes from? Oh man, them some badass shoes. Where those come from? You know, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm like, man, I had these like 5 years. So you got to catch on, man. It's somebody, you know, clocking everything that I wear, clocking everything that I do, clocking everything that I drive. And I want y'all to listen, man, because this affects a lot of y'all young ones. This is how y'all keep these snakes in the grass away from you. You know, it ain't nothing to me. I've always been, like I said, an impeccable dresser, like nice cars, like nice shoes. But he didn't have that. You dig what I'm saying? So as time go on, you know, I noticed he would always check out my outfits, check out my clothes. He knew who I was dealing with. He knew how I was getting my money. You know, we got a little bit of money together. You dig? You know, it was very close. That's my first childhood friend. You know, as time goes on, I would discover that my friend turned out to be a drug addict. And not only was he a drug addict, but you know, he was real jealous of me, and he actually thought that I was sleeping with his estranged wife. Now, can you dig that? He thought I was sleeping with his estranged wife. But remember, this man knew everything about me, like everything about me. So to make a long story short, one night, you know, and this man was in my wedding too, by the way. So one night, I get woken up in the middle of the night by my now ex-wife, about 1 in the morning. Not this man inboxed my wife and told her, you know, hey, Coach One Stack is out here doing X, Y, and Z in the streets. Which some of it was true, some of it was false. But the thing is, you went and told my wife that. See, now, the lesson to this story is, had I not had this person next to me, you did, had I not had him in my business, he never could have went to tell anything. So this is for y'all out here, man, that think y'all got a best friend. Y'all think y'all got your best homeboy, man. Man, that's my homeboy. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. Man, your homeboy is the one that's gonna give it to you in the back of the dome when you're not looking. See, your homeboy is the one that, he might be leaking, for a couple dollars, but he see that you got it, and he might not know how you getting it. And he's so jealous, he can't swallow up his pride as a man to come to you like a man and say, hey man, I need a couple dollars. So that's the one that's gonna steal from you. He's gonna rob from you. He's gonna go in your house when you're not there, because he knows your whereabouts. He knows your habits. He knows where you are. This is why you can never tell where I'm at. You'll never know where I'm at until later on. But that person sitting next to you, man, I've told a lot of young guys, a lot of young hustlers, man, it's always that person next to you sitting in the car that's going to do you wrong. Now, why is that? Now, these people are not necessarily bad people all the time. You got to understand that. Some people do stuff as an opportunity because they doing bad. Meaning, you could come into your house, you could lay $10,000, you could have $10,000 laid on your counter. Right? You could go take you a shower. Now your friend, because he leaking or she leaking, they may go through your money and peel off a couple of bills like, oh, he ain't gonna miss it, instead of asking you. See, but if not given the opportunity, you leaving your stuff around, these things never would have happened. Can you dig? So you have to really watch your circle and keep your circle small, man. Mine stay one deep. See, because if a person never has the opportunity to stab you in the back and do some snake stuff to you, well then you'll never get snake, you'll never get stabbed. Can you dig? And so, you have to keep people out your business, man. An enemy, see, a lot of you guys are always talking about ops. Everything is ops. Everything is ops. But your ops are not the ones that have an opportunity to really get at you, because you're going to see your ops coming. You're not going to let them get close enough to you to even harm you. But that person next to you, be it your homeboy, your girl, or whatever, that's the one that's going to get you every time, because they feel like they're entitled to do so. You dig? I mean, just start looking around, man. It's a lot of these rappers like, Mo3. Look how he passed away. He was on the phone with his manager. He got set up by a girl. A lot of y'all dudes out here, man, y'all still think it's cool to receive phone calls from women in the middle of the night and slide over there, man, to, blow her back out or whatever. Y'all think that's still cool, but it's not, because you don't realize, man, that's an old trick. Y'all don't realize that same woman, that's calling you in the middle of the night that you think is real cool, you don't realize, man, that her baby daddy got a key to that house, and she just waiting to get you up in the bed so they can come in there and do whatever, or jump out the closet, or do whatever to you. It's always that person closest to you. I know situations where, man have been in the bed doing his thing, and here her dude came through the door busting, and he had to jump out the window and got shot in his ass. I know stories about that. It's always the person next to you. It's always the girl next to you. So it's like, man, you got to keep your circle real tight. See, ain't no trust in this game, man. Ain't no love in the game. There's no love in the streets. Now we love each other, but the first thing you need to understand is, yeah, that may be your homeboy, but he don't love you. You dig? He clocking everything you do. He's not going to go to bat for you. That's going to be the first one to take your neck off whenever he gets the opportunity. Been there, done that. So I want a lot of y'all men and women to really take a look around you, man, to really start looking left and right and ask yourself, man, is this person giving me the same energy? Is this person giving me the same energy that I'm giving them? Is this person always, up in my business, asking me about my personal business and what I do? Or is this person moved by materialistic things? Because somebody that's moved by materialistic things and money, that means that they will do something bad to you for those materialistic things. So you don't even want people around in your circumference that value stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? You want the people in your circle that value what's on the inside of you, that's giving as much as they're taking. Because items, man, you can get all that back. you can get all that back. You know, later on I'll tell y'all the story about a young man who lost his life over a QP. That means 4 of them zips of green stuff. And it was 4 people that did it. So that means this man lost his life over a QP, 4 zips, and it was 4 people. That means they got 1 zip each. That means they spending the rest of their life in prison for $100. It don't make no sense. But if you watch your circle, man, you watch how you move, man, you're gonna be okay. Because now this for y'all men out there. You know, when y'all around these men, with y'all, this is a huge thing for men. A huge thing for men. So I want y'all to listen. When you're around these men, when you put yourself around other men, understand they checking you out. They're sizing you up. And what you mean, a lot of y'all don't know what size, for you youngsters, sizing up mean. They trying to test you. They trying to see if they can do something to you. You know, as men, we naturally compete. We're naturally competitive. So when you get around these other men, guys, best believe they sizing you up. They looking at how big you are. They looking at how you carry yourself. They might want to ask you, you know, do you go to the gym? You know, in my case, man, you work out? Yeah. You know, what you putting up? I never tell nobody how strong I am. You would never know how strong I am, what I could really bench and what I'm capable of. Because when these men, you get around these other men in these circles, they're trying to see, man, if I got to do something to this person, you know, am I going to have problems? You know, what is he about? You know, will it be easy? Will it be hard? How many people am I going to need? You know, these are the games that men play, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. These are the games that people play. So people are always sizing you up. So that's why you have to really watch your surroundings and your circle. Starting off with that person right there in the passenger seat. Can you dig? Because guess what, man? If he wouldn't take a bullet for you, you shouldn't take one for him. And you dig it? So just a little bit of more, little game, you know, for a lot of y'all lanes and some news you can use. Because, you know, hey, man, I'm Coach One Stack, the OG. I'm trying to drop some game for y'all little youngsters so y'all don't have to go down the path of destruction. You don't have to bump your head. You ain't got to go through none of that stuff. You know why? Because I already did it for you. But, man, if y'all like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, man, because we're going to be dropping more hits in real game to probably put you in a better mind frame. Can you dig it? But y'all have a blessed day and watch that circle and stay one deep. Church.